For today's headlines, Sara confirms no palace run. GCQ deferment matter of days. Jolina aid pouring in. Kiko maintains strength, signal number 2 up in parts of Luzon. DepEd sets up Balik Eskuwela command center. First evacuation flight from Kabul arrived. Good morning, I am Venice Bautista and this is Tribune News on Q. Today is September 10, 2021 and these are the latest news this Friday morning. Davao City Mayor Sara DuterteCarpio on Thursday all but declared she will not run for president in next year's elections on account of her father, President Rodrigo Duterte, gunning for the vice presidency. DuterteCarpio said, I quote, "I am not running for a national position as we both agree that only one of us will run for a national position in 2022, end quote. The president has been consistent in saying that his daughter would not seek the presidency out of delicadeza since he has already made up his mind to seek the second highest post in the land to safeguard his administration's gains. PDP Laban has also nominated Senator Christopher Bongo to run for president in tandem with Mr. Duterte, whom he has served for decades, the last as special assistant to the president. Even as a senator, Go has been a regular fixture in palace events, including in the weekly talk to the people of President Duterte, saying he does so as a bridge between the legislative and executive branches of government. But in missing the PDP Laban National Convention in San Fernando City, Pampanga Wednesday, Go's reluctance to run for president came to the fore anew. On Thursday, Go appealed to his party, PDP Laban, to respect his decision, declining his nomination to run for the post to be vacated by Mr. Duterte. DuterteCarpio said the last time she talked with her father, he intimated to her that his plan A is to have Go run for president and he for VP, while his plan B is to have her seek the presidency with Go as her VP bet. In what may have thrown a monkey wrench on that plan B, the president's daughter said she and her regional party have already formed alliances with 5 national parties, but that they are not backing PDP Laban's candidates unlike in 2019 elections. She said her relationship with the president is untainted by politics. Businessmen dismayed by Metro Manila being kept under modified enhanced community quarantine until September 15 need only wait a little longer before they can reopen under a less restrictive community quarantine. Trade Secretary Ramon Lopez has assured the public and business sectors that the granular system has been deferred only by a few days as the guidelines for its implementation are being finalized because of continuing discussions to address all concerns. He added in a briefing Thursday that the government prefers granular lockdown than hard lockdown to allow more economic activities and more people to go about their jobs while keeping COVID-19 cases from spreading. Lopez said if the guidelines can be finalized soon, easing into a general community quarantine with granular lockdowns of areas hard hit by COVID may happen after 15th of the month. Extending MECQ deferred the operation of indoor and alfresco dine-in services and personal care services including beauty salons, beauty parlors, and nail spas. Presidential Advisor for Entrepreneurship Joey Concepcion, who advocates the bakuna bubble, says that the granular lockdown scheme with many levels may be difficult to implement. Earlier, Philippine Chamber of Commerce and Industry Acting President Ed Lacson lamented the premature announcement of half-studied policies or policy shifts because they have tremendous impact on business operations and the lives of people. The government has prepared 486.6 million pesos and thousands of food packs for those affected by Tropical Storm Jolina, Malacanang said Thursday. The Department of Social Welfare and Development has provided the lion's share with 442.9 million pesos from its quick response budget and 11.2 million pesos more from its field offices. Said DSWD field offices are those located in Mimaropa or Marinduque, Occidental and Oriental Mindoro, Palawan and Romblon, Bicol, Central Visayas and Eastern Visayas regions. Presidential spokesperson Secretary Harry Roque told reporters Thursday that the DSWD has also prepared 32.5 million pesos and over 12,500 family food packs in other regions to support displaced families. At least 2,045 families or 7,002 individuals have evacuated to 131 safe centers across the country due to heavy rains and flooding, based on a DSWD report on Wednesday evening. Roque said that they are closely monitoring the developments of the operations for Tropical Storm Jolina and preparations for Typhoon Kiko. He also asked the public to continue to remain alert and vigilant, take precautionary measures, observe minimum public health standards, and cooperate with their respective local authorities in case of an evacuation. Citing information from the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, Roque added government started its efforts to restore power and communication lines as well as clear the roads hit by Jolina. Energy Secretary Alfonso Cusi said through a separate advisory that he has directed public utilities on energy and other industry players to hasten the efforts to bring back electricity in affected areas. Tribune News on Q will be back after these short reminders. We're back on Tribune News on Q. In other news, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration on Thursday placed parts of Luzon under signal number 2 as Typhoon Kiko maintains its strength while moving northwestward. The State Weather Bureau hoisted signal number 2 in northern and eastern portion of mainland Cagayan, including Santa Ana, Gonzaga, Santa Teresita, Lalo, Bugi, Gataran, and Bagao, as well as areas in the eastern portion of Babuyan Islands, including Camiguin Island, Didicas Island, Pamuktan Island, and Babuyan Island. Placed under signal number 1 were Batanes, the rest of mainland Cagayan, the rest of Babuyan Islands, and the northeastern portion of Apayao, including Luna, Pudtol, Flora, and Santa Marcela. Also under signal number 1 were the eastern portion of Isabela, including Divilacan, Palanan, Maconacon, San Pablo, Santa Maria, Tamawini, Cabagan, San Mariano, Ilagan City, and Dinapigue. Kiko was located as of 10 p.m. Thursday about 435 kilometers east of Baler Aurora and moving west-northeastward at 20 kilometers per hour, packing maximum sustained winds of 195 kilometers per hour near the center and gustness of up to 240 kilometers per hour. The typhoon is forecast to pass very close to northeastern Cagayan today, afternoon or evening. Afterwards, the typhoon may cross the vicinity of Babuyan Islands and Batanes or pass within their coastal waters from Friday evening until Saturday afternoon. Meanwhile, Jolina, international name Conson, has re-intensified into a severe tropical storm and has left the Philippine area of responsibility, moving westward at 30 kilometers per hour. Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo on Thursday disclosed that the Department of Education has set up a public assistance center that will cater to the queries and concerns of stakeholders prior to the opening of the school year. The center, dubbed as Oplan Balik Eskuwela 2021 Public Assistance Command Center, will accommodate questions from parents, students, and other stakeholders that will be sent through its hotline, email, SMS, and social media until September 17. Panelo also reminded the public that registration will run until September 13, the first day of school year, and will use online and modular learning as face-to-face classes remain suspended due to the coronavirus disease 2019 pandemic. Based on the DepEd's latest report released on Tuesday, there are already 18,901,373 enrolled students in public and private schools nationwide for the academic year 2021 to 2022. Calabarzon recorded the highest number of enrollees with 2,736,301, followed by the National Capital Region with 1,869,853. There are also 154,670 students enrolled in the alternative learning system, and last year a total of 26,826,387 students were enrolled in kindergarten, elementary, junior high school, senior high school, and the ALS. For our world news, around 100 passengers, including Americans, arrived in Doha after flying from Kabul airport Thursday, AFP correspondent said, the first flight ferrying out foreigners since the U.S.-led evacuation ended. Doha, a major transit point for Afghan refugees, has said it worked with Turkey to swiftly resume operations at Kabul's airport to allow the flow of people and aid. The arrival at Qatar's Hamad International Airport was the first successful flight of its type since the chaotic airlift of more than 120,000 people concluded last month. The Qatar Airways Boeing 777 had around 113 passengers, including Americans, Canadians, Germans, and Ukrainians, with all passengers due to be received at a compound for Afghan refugees in Doha, a source with knowledge of the operation told AFP. Sources had earlier said that as many as 200 people were aboard, while London said 13 British nationals were on the flight. Qatar's foreign minister praised the Taliban for allowing the flight. That wraps up the stories this morning. Before we go, we would like to thank the SM Store, Ayala Center, Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Venice Bautista, and you are watching Tribune News on Cue. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website tribune.net.ph and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, TribuneNow. The Daily Tribune is one with the nation in facing the COVID-19 crisis, and in line with this, the Daily Tribune digital edition and press reader is now available for free online. You can also download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS users and Google Play for Android users to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune is also inviting everyone to join its community Viber Katribu to get updates on the freshest and hottest news and entertainment stories of the day. Tarcito emoticons are also available on our community Viber. Just click on the link in this video to join.